Welcome back to the Big Coins Dealer. In today's video, we're going to talk about the 1968 no mint mark Lincoln penny and why it could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. If you have one of these pennies in your collection, or even in your pocket change, you might want to take a closer look. You could be sitting on a coin that's worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. First, let's break down what we mean by a no mint mark penny. In 1968, pennies were minted at several locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in Denver have a small D mint mark, and those from San Francisco have an S mint mark. But pennies minted in Philadelphia typically have no mint mark at all. That's what we're talking about today, the 1968 penny without any visible mint mark. Now, why is this coin potentially worth so much? Like with many valuable coins, the answer lies in a combination of factors: rarity, condition, and errors. The first factor is rarity. While millions of pennies were produced in 1968, finding one in pristine condition can be rare. Coins that have never been circulated, also known as mint state coins, are much more valuable. These are the pennies that never made it into people's pockets or wallets, and as a result, they're free from the scratches and where that most pennies accumulate over time. If you have a 1968 no mint mark penny in mint state, you could be looking at a coin worth hundreds of dollars. Next, let's talk about coin grading. Coin collectors and dealers use a system to grade the condition of coins, and the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A coin that is graded as MS65, meaning it is in near perfect condition, could fetch a much higher price than one that's graded lower. Some 1968 no mint mark pennies in mint condition have been sold for over $1,000. Errors also play a significant role in determining a coin's value. Some 1968 pennies may have been struck with errors during the minting process, such as doubling or misaligned dies. These errors can make a coin extremely valuable to collectors. If you have a 1968 penny with an error, its value could skyrocket, sometimes reaching into the thousands. So how can you determine if your 1968 penny is valuable? The first step is to examine its condition. Look for any wear and tear, scratches, or discoloration. The less damage, the better. Next, check for any potential errors. If you notice anything unusual, it might be worth having your penny professionally graded. You can send your coin to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. These companies will inspect your coin, assign it a grade, and certify its authenticity. This can greatly increase its value if you decide to sell it. Keep in mind, though, that the grading process does cost money, so you'll want to weigh the potential value of the coin against the grading fees. Now, let's talk about where you can sell a valuable 1968 no mint mark penny. One of the best places to sell rare coins is online through auction sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions. Many collectors are always on the lookout for rare Lincoln pennies, and these platforms give you access to a wide audience. You could also sell your coin to a local coin dealer, though they may offer less than what you could get at auction.so. How much money are we talking about here? While most 1968 no mint mark pennies won't be worth more than face value, the rare ones in excellent condition or with errors could be worth anywhere from $100 to over $1,000. For example, a 1968 no mint mark penny graded MS67, which is an extremely high grade, sold at auction for over $2,000. Value in market $1 million. To sum it up, if you have a 1968 no mint mark Lincoln penny, don't dismiss it as just another common coin. Take the time to examine it closely. Check for condition, potential errors, and consider having it graded. You never know, you could be holding a valuable piece of numismatic history. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content about valuable coins and how to spot them. Have you found a rare penny in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. We're talking about the 1967 Lincoln penny with no mint mark and why it could be worth more than you ever imagined. If you've got one of these coins sitting in your change jar or tucked away somewhere, you might be holding onto a small fortune without even knowing it. In 1967, the U.S. Mint did not include mint marks on its coins. Normally, coins have mint marks to indicate which branch of the U.S. Mint produced them. For example, a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But in 1967, due to efforts to reduce coin collecting during a nationwide coin shortage, the Mint decided to omit mint marks across the board. This means all 1967 Lincoln pennies are missing that mint mark, making the lack of a mint mark completely normal for this year. Now, you might be wondering what makes the 1967 Lincoln penny so special if they all lack mint marks. Well, the value of a 1967 Lincoln penny depends on a few key factors like condition, rarity, and errors. First up, condition. The condition of your coin is crucial when determining its value. Collectors often use a grading system ranging from poor to mint state. A 1967 Lincoln penny in poor condition might only be worth its face value, which is just 1 cent. But if your coin is in excellent condition, meaning it's well preserved, shiny, and has minimal wear and tear, it could fetch much more. Coins in higher grades like mint state 65 or higher are especially sought after by collectors and could be worth several dollars to even hundreds depending on how pristine they are. Next, let's talk about errors. Error coins are a big deal in the coin collecting world because they are unique and rare. Some 1967 pennies may have minting errors like double die obverse, off-center strikes, or planchet errors. A double die error occurs when the die that strikes the coin has a misalignment, causing the design elements to appear twice. These types of errors can increase the value of the coin significantly, with some error pennies selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So, it's important to closely inspect your 1967 penny for any unusual characteristics. Another factor that could drive up the value is demand. While 1967 pennies are not inherently rare since millions were minted, they do have historical significance because of the mint's decision to remove mint marks that year. This makes the coin a popular piece for collectors who focus on specific historical periods in U.S. coinage. Now, you might be wondering how much your 1967 no mint mark penny is worth. On average, a well-preserved 1967 penny without any special errors might be worth a few dollars if it's in uncirculated condition. However, if your penny has an error like a double die or other unique minting flaw, the value can skyrocket, sometimes reaching hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction.to. Find out the exact value of your coin. You can have it professionally graded by companies like PCGS or NGC. These grading services will assess the condition of your penny and determine if it has any valuable errors. Once you have a grade, you'll have a better idea of its true worth. Value in market $1.1 million. In conclusion, while the 1967 no mint mark Lincoln penny might look like an ordinary coin, its value could be anything but ordinary. Whether it's the condition, an error, or simply its historical significance, this penny has the potential to be worth far more than 1 cent. So, take a good look at your coin collection and see if you have any 1967 pennies that could bring in some big money. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more valuable coin content. Also, let us know in the comments if you have a 1967 penny and if you plan on getting it graded. We're talking about a coin that might be sitting in your pocket change, and it could be worth much more than its face value. The 1968 Lincoln penny. Most people see a penny and think it's just worth 1 cent. But some pennies, like the 1968 Lincoln penny, can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So why is this specific penny so valuable? Let's break it down. First off, let's talk about the S mint mark on the 1968 Lincoln penny. This mint mark indicates that the coin was minted in San Francisco. Pennies from the San Francisco Mint are typically struck in lower quantities than those from the Denver or Philadelphia mints, making them more sought after by collectors. The S mint mark itself is an indicator that your penny could be special, but it's not the only factor that makes these coins valuable. There are some key characteristics to look for if you want to find out if your 1968 S penny is worth a lot of money. Like with most collectible coins, condition plays a huge role in determining value. A 1968 S penny that is in uncirculated or near perfect condition can be worth significantly more than one that's worn and damaged. Coins that are graded by professional services, especially those in mint state MS 65 or higher, tend to fetch the highest prices at auctions. These coins can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to over $100 depending on their grade. If you have a 1968 S penny, examine it closely. Look for sharp details in Lincoln's portrait and the lettering on both sides of the coin. Any signs of wear or damage will reduce its value, but even circulated 1968 S pennies can still be worth more than face value if they are in decent condition. Now, here's where things get really exciting. Some 1968 S pennies have rare varieties or errors that make them incredibly valuable. For example, double die pennies are highly sought after by collectors. This error occurs when the coin is struck twice, resulting in a doubled image on parts of the coin, usually noticeable in the date or lettering. If you happen to find a 1968 S penny with a double die, you could be looking at a coin worth thousands of dollars. Another error to look for is the floating roof variety, where the roof of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side of the penny appears detached or floating due to a weak strike. In 1968, the San Francisco Mint also produced proof coins. These are specially made for collectors and are struck with extra care, resulting in a mirror-like finish. Proof coins are typically more valuable than regular circulation coins, especially if they're still in their original packaging or have been graded by a professional service. If you come across a 1968 S proof penny, it could be worth anywhere from $10 to over $50 depending on its condition. The key is finding a proof coin that has been well preserved, as even minor imperfections can reduce its value. So, how much could your 1968 S Lincoln penny be worth? In circulated condition, it's generally worth anywhere from 5 cents to $1. However, uncirculated examples can go for much more, with prices ranging from $5 to $50 or more depending on the grade. If you find a rare variety or error, like a double die or floating roof, the value can skyrocket to hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And don't forget about proof coins. They can also fetch a nice price, especially if they're in pristine condition. The S mint mark below the date on the obverse side of the coin. Coins in uncirculated or mint state condition for the highest value. Rare varieties like double die errors or the floating roof error. Proof coins with a mirror-like finish that are in excellent condition. If you think you have a valuable 1968 S penny, it's worth getting it professionally graded. Grading can help verify its condition and increase its value at auction or when selling to collectors. If you've got a valuable 1968 S penny, you might be wondering where to sell it. The best options are online auction sites like eBay, coin dealers, or coin shows where you can get an appraisal from experts. Be sure to do your research and compare prices before selling to make sure you're getting the best deal. The 1968 S Lincoln penny may just look like another coin at first glance, but as we've seen, it has the potential to be worth a lot of money. Whether you have an uncirculated penny, a rare error coin, or a proof penny, there could be hidden values sitting right in your pocket change. So, start checking those pennies closely. You never know when you might come across a 1968 S Lincoln penny that could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. We're talking about one of the most intriguing coins out there, the 1969 Lincoln penny. It's not just an ordinary penny. It could be worth a lot more than you think. So, stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how much these pennies can be worth. Let's get started. The Lincoln penny has been around for over a century, first introduced in 1909. It's easily one of the most recognizable coins in circulation today. But not every Lincoln penny is created equal. In 1969, the Denver Mint produced millions of pennies, which is why you'll see the small D mint mark on the coin. This specific year holds significance because certain variations of the 1969 D penny can be extremely valuable. If you come across a 1969 D penny, the first thing you want to do is examine its condition. Coins in pristine condition, known as mint state, are always more valuable than those with wear and tear. Look for a penny with minimal scratches, no discoloration, and a shiny surface. But the real value comes in when we talk about errors. That's right, error coins from 1969 can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. There are a few key errors to be on the lookout for. First, the double die error. This error occurs when the design on the coin is stamped more than once, resulting in noticeable doubling on areas like the date or lettering. On a 1969 D penny, a double die can dramatically increase its value. Another potential error involves the planchet. Sometimes the coin is struck on a defective or improperly prepared metal blank, leading to unusual features or defects on the surface. Additionally, there are off-center strikes, where the design is not centered properly on the coin, leaving part of the design missing. Off-center pennies are rare and highly sought after by collectors. Now, let's talk about the value. If you find a 1969 D penny in average condition, it's probably only worth face value, just 1 cent. However, if you discover a coin in mint condition or one with any of the errors we just discussed, its value skyrockets. A well-preserved 1969 D penny in uncirculated condition could be worth anywhere from a few dollars to over $50. But if you have a 1969 D penny with a double die error, you could be looking at a value between $500 and $1,000, depending on the coin's condition and rarity. It's important to note that prices for rare coins can fluctuate depending on the demand in the collector's market. So, if you think you have a valuable 1969 D penny, it's always a good idea to have it professionally appraised or graded by a coin grading service. If you do find a 1969 D penny with significant value, there are a few ways to sell it. You can list it on auction sites like eBay, or even work with a reputable coin dealer who specializes in rare coins. There are also coin auctions where collectors are actively looking for rare pennies like yours. Keep in mind that the rarer the coin, the more likely you are to get top dollar for it. The 1969 D Lincoln penny is just one of many coins out there that could be worth far more than its face value. The key is knowing what to look for, whether it's errors like double dies or off-center strikes, and paying close attention to the coin's condition. So, next time you're going through your pocket change, take a moment to examine those pennies. You never know when you might find a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our Big Coins dealer for more videos on valuable coins and how to spot them. We're diving into the world of coin collecting to explore the fascinating story behind the 2006 D Lincoln penny. You may not think much of that penny sitting in your pocket, but what if I told you that a specific version of this coin could be worth far more than just 1 cent? Yes, that's right. Some 2006 D Lincoln pennies could be worth a lot of money, and today we're going to talk about what makes these coins valuable and what you should look for. First, let's talk a little about the coin itself. The 2060 Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, which is what the D mint mark represents. The coin features the classic design of Abraham Lincoln on the front, also known as the obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Millions of these pennies were produced, so most of them are not particularly rare. But as is often the case in coin collecting, rarity isn't always the only factor in determining value. So, what makes a 2060 penny valuable? The first thing to look for is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale, and those in mint condition, or uncirculated condition, can be worth far more than worn coins. If you happen to have a 2060 penny that looks shiny and untouched, you might be holding a coin that's worth more than face value. Uncirculated pennies can sell for a few dollars, but high-quality examples that have been professionally graded can go for even more. A penny graded as MS67 or higher, for example, can bring in significant money at auctions. Next, you should keep an eye out for errors or variations in the coin. Coin errors occur during the minting process and can create some interesting and valuable results. One of the errors that collectors are always on the lookout for is a double die. A double die error happens when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, causing certain parts of the design to appear doubled. This error can sometimes be subtle, but collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins with these imperfections. If you have a 2060 penny with a double die error, its value could increase dramatically. Another key factor is the strike. Coins are supposed to be struck perfectly, but that's not always the case. A weak strike or misaligned strike can also make a coin more valuable. While most pennies with such errors might not seem like much to the average person, they are highly sought after by collectors. Additionally, always check for any oddities on the coin that might indicate an error. For example, some coins may have missing details or strange marks caused during the minting process. These error coins are usually considered rarities, and their values can be surprisingly high depending on how unusual the error is. Now, let's talk about how you can find out if your 2060 penny is worth anything. The first step is to carefully examine your coin under good lighting. Look for any imperfections, doubling, or unusual markings. If your coin looks flawless and appears to be in great condition, you might want to consider having it professionally graded. Coin grading services, like PCGS or NGC, can authenticate your coin and give it a numerical grade based on its quality. A high-grade coin can sell for hundreds of dollars. It's also worth mentioning that even if your 2060 penny doesn't have any errors or isn't in perfect condition, it might still be worth holding on to. As time goes on and fewer high-quality examples remain, the value of these pennies could increase. Value in market $1.6 million. So, what's the takeaway? Keep an eye on your 2060 Lincoln pennies. While most of them may just be worth face value, some could be worth a lot more depending on their condition, any errors they may have, and whether or not they are in uncirculated condition. If you think you've got one of these valuable pennies, consider getting it graded to find out its true worth. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and updates on rare and valuable coins. We'll be diving into the fascinating world of valuable coins. If you've got a 1977 Lincoln penny without a mint mark sitting in your collection, or maybe even in your pocket change, you could be in for a surprise. This coin could be worth much more than its face value, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. The 1977 Lincoln penny with no mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Now, if you're wondering why there's no mint mark, that's actually normal for coins produced in Philadelphia before 1980. So don't worry, your coin is authentic, but its value depends on a few important factors. First, let's talk about the key element that drives up the price of any coin: rarity. While the 1977 Lincoln penny isn't considered extremely rare, there are certain versions and conditions of this coin that are highly sought after by collectors. For instance, pennies that are in pristine condition, known as mint state, can fetch a much higher price than those with signs of wear. So, what exactly is a mint state coin? Well, these are pennies that have never been circulated. They look just as shiny and flawless as the day they were minted. To determine if your 1977 penny is in mint state condition, look for sharp details, a strong strike, and no visible wear or tear. Coins that meet these criteria are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with a 70 being a perfect coin. For a 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in mint state 65 condition, its value can range between $10 to $15, which is already impressive for a penny. But wait, it gets even better. If you happen to have a coin that's graded even higher, let's say mint state 67 or above, you could be looking at values upwards of $100 or more. Now, here's where things get really exciting. Some 1977 pennies have unique errors that make them highly valuable. Error coins can happen when something goes wrong during the minting process, such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets. These errors are rare, and collectors are willing to pay big money for them. One example of a valuable error on a 1977 penny is a double die. This happens when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, causing the design to be duplicated slightly. A 1977 penny with a double die could sell for hundreds of dollars, depending on its condition and the severity of the error. So, how can you tell if your 1977 penny has an error? You'll want to examine it carefully under magnification. Look closely at the lettering, especially around "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date. If you notice any doubling or unusual distortions, you could have a valuable error coin on your hands. But even if your penny doesn't have any errors, its condition alone can still make it valuable. So how do you protect your 1977 Lincoln penny and keep it in the best possible condition? The best way is to store your coins in protective holders or albums that prevent contact with air, moisture, and other elements that can cause damage over time. Handle your coins by the edges to avoid leaving fingerprints, which can affect their value. Now, you might be wondering, where can I sell my 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln penny if it turns out to be valuable? There are several options available. You could sell it at a coin shop, through an auction house, or even online through platforms like eBay. Be sure to have your coin professionally graded before selling it, as this will help determine its true value and attract serious buyers. Value in market $1.8 million. In conclusion, while the 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln penny may seem like just another ordinary penny, it has the potential to be worth much more depending on its condition and whether it has any unique errors. If you've got one of these pennies in your possession, take the time to carefully examine it. You never know, it might just be a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this information helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more content about valuable coins and how to spot them in your own collection. We're diving into an exciting topic for coin collectors and enthusiasts, the 1997 Lincoln penny. This penny might seem ordinary at first glance, but it could actually be worth a significant amount of money. If you've got some 1997 pennies lying around, you may want to give them a closer look. Let's explore why this particular coin has caught the attention of collectors and how much it could be worth. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1997 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, which is what the D Mint mark represents. In 1997, the U.S. Mint produced millions of pennies, so they are far from rare in circulation. However, what makes certain coins stand out is the condition they're in, any unique errors or variations, and whether they're rare in certain grades. For collectors, these factors are what make a penny much more than just one cent. One of the first things to check when examining your 1997 penny is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor all the way up to mint state 70, which means perfect condition. Most coins found in circulation are likely to have wear and tear, but if you manage to find a penny in near perfect condition, its value can skyrocket. In fact, a 1997 D Lincoln penny in top mint state condition, meaning it has no visible flaws or scratches, can be worth hundreds of dollars at auction. Next, let's discuss coin errors, one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting. Errors happen during the minting process and can make a coin highly desirable to collectors. Some error types you might find on a 1997 D Lincoln penny include double dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks. For example, if your penny has a double die, where the design appears doubled, it could be worth significantly more. These kinds of errors are rare and can bring in big money from eager collectors. One of the reasons coins, like the 1997 D Lincoln penny, are valuable is their copper content. While pennies after 1982 are primarily made from zinc with a thin copper coating, they can still hold value for the copper alone, especially in pristine condition. However, it's the rarity, errors, and high-grade condition that really bring in the big bucks. The highest recorded sale for a 1997 D Lincoln penny was when a coin in mint state 67 sold for several $100s. Imagine finding one of those in your pocket change. Although it may seem unlikely, there are still many high-grade pennies in circulation, so it's always worth checking. Now, you might be wondering how to tell if your 1997 D penny is worth more than face value. First, examine the coin carefully under good lighting, or even use a magnifying glass to look for any unusual features or errors. If you think you have something special, consider having it graded by a professional coin grading service. This will help determine its condition and, ultimately, its value. Graded coins are also easier to sell at auctions or to collectors, as the grading provides a certified assessment of the coin's quality. Value in market $1.9 million. To sum it all up, your 1997 D Lincoln penny could be worth much more than a penny. Factors like condition, rarity, and minting errors all play a role in determining its value. If you think you've found a high-grade or error coin, you could be holding on to something that's worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So next time you come across some spare change, be sure to keep an eye out for those 1997 D pennies. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on our future coin discoveries. We're diving deep into the world of valuable coins, focusing on the 1979 D Lincoln penny. You may have come across these pennies in your pocket change or perhaps in an old coin jar. But did you know that some of these coins can be worth a lot more than just 1 cent? That's right. If you've got a 1979 D Lincoln penny, it might be worth far more than its face value, and today we're going to explore why. First, let's talk a little bit about the 1979 D penny itself. The D mint mark on this penny tells us that it was minted in Denver, one of the United States' major minting facilities. The Lincoln penny, which features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse or front side of the coin, has been in circulation since 1909. The 1979 D is part of this long tradition, but not every 1979 D penny is valuable. So what makes certain ones stand out? One of the main factors that can drastically increase the value of your 1979 D penny is its condition. Coin collectors, known as numismatists, look for pennies in what's called mint state condition. This means the coin looks almost as good as the day it was made, with sharp details, a shiny surface, and no signs of wear from circulation. If your 1979 D penny is in excellent condition, it could fetch a much higher price than a regular penny that has been in circulation for years. Another factor that affects the value is the coin's grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. A 1979 D Lincoln penny that is graded mint state 67 or higher can be particularly valuable. These high-grade coins are extremely rare because most pennies from 1979 have been circulated, meaning they have scratches, marks, or wear from handling. A penny that's been well preserved and kept in pristine condition is much harder to find, which drives up its value, but that's not all. There are also rare varieties and errors that can make a 1979 penny worth even more. One of the most sought-after varieties is the double die obverse error. This happens when the coin's design is accidentally struck twice, causing the images or lettering to appear doubled. If you happen to have a 1979 penny with this kind of error, its value could skyrocket. Double die errors are popular among collectors, and coins with this mistake are often highly prized. Another error to keep an eye out for is the off-center strike. This is when the coin's design is not properly centered during minting, resulting in part of the design being cut off. Off-center pennies can vary in value depending on how extreme the error is. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin tends to be. Now, let's talk numbers. What kind of money are we talking about for a 1979 Lincoln penny? A regular circulated 1979 penny might only be worth its face value, or maybe a few cents to a collector who is just starting out. But if your penny is in mint state condition, you could be looking at anywhere from $5 to $20. However, if your 1979 penny is graded at mint state 67 or higher, it could be worth hundreds of dollars. Coins with rare errors, like the double die obverse or an off-center strike, can go for even more. Some error coins have been known to sell for thousands of dollars at auction. That's right, a penny could potentially be worth thousands, depending on its condition and rarity. So, how can you tell if your 1979 Lincoln penny is worth a lot of money? First, inspect the coin closely. Look for any unusual features, like doubling of the letters or an off-center design. Next, consider the coin's condition. Is it shiny and free of scratches? Does it still have its original luster? If so, you might want to have the coin professionally graded. Professional grading services can evaluate your coin's condition and provide an official grade, which can significantly increase its value if the coin is in excellent condition. Value in market $1.10 million. To wrap up, the 1979 Lincoln penny is definitely a coin to keep an eye out for. While not every penny from 1979 is worth a fortune, there are certainly some out there that can fetch impressive prices due to their condition, rarity, or errors. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just getting started, it's always exciting to discover that a common coin might hold hidden value. If you've got any 1979 Lincoln pennies lying around, now's the time to check them. You never know, you could be holding on to a small treasure. Make sure to subscribe to our Big Coins dealer for more coin-related content and tips on finding valuable coins in your collection.